Hi guys, Amish Shah here from Deep Origins, and thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. I have a very important message for you today, and I want to share it with you. For the last 16 years, I've been researching ancient medicines. As you know, I'm obsessed with this ancient stuff, and I've been researching ancient medicines and healing remedies to discover as much as I could to help my father who was sick, and also some other family members who were sick. It was a calling inside of me that led me to research many lost arts of medicine. I know this is a very touchy subject for a lot of people who may have lost family members, friends, or others because of disease. What's funny about disease is that most of it can be fixed through natural methods. In fact, I'm producing documentaries and supplements and research and more around these topics. Why? Well, did you know that allopathy is the third largest killer in the USA? Did you know that right next to heart disease and cancer is, well, allopathy, or something related to doctors and pharmaceuticals? They cause the problems. Third killer in the USA. Not many people know that. Along my research over the last decade, I found many references to some amazing things that seriously has the potential to change the world. Yes, change and transform the world. One of them is so revolutionary and kind of fell into my lap, and I just can't hold back anymore and want to share with you. And you know when things just kind of fall into your lap because you're following your passion, and you know you're kind of on the right track because you're in alignment with it? Well, truth is, I really can't even talk about it. I know you probably think I'm crazy, but I'm not. The federal government is hot on this topic, and I'm sure you've heard about it in the last couple of years as well. In fact, doctors, pharmaceutical companies, research companies, healthcare companies, and even large media stations are starting to research this and talk about it. Let me get into some brief background of what it actually is. First, let's talk about the human body. Inside the human body, we have something called the endocannabinoid system, or ECS for short. It's one of science's newest and most exciting discoveries. The ECS regulates relaxation, eating, sleeping, certain inflammatory responses, and even cognitive function. Let me qualify something real quick. I'm not a doctor. I'm just like each of you. Everything I'm about to share with you is found through doctors, researchers, scientists, and ancient texts. I'm not going to make any claims, and I would like for you to do your own research after this video is over. I cannot stress enough how important this is. Please do your own research, make your own decisions, the choice is yours. Research shows there are two types of cannabinoid receptors found throughout the body, CB1 and CB2, but they are most abundant in the brain, organs, and immune system respectively. In a nutshell, your endocannabinoid system, or ECS, is responsible for making sure your entire body is working optimally. Well, that's no small task, right? This is what doctors say is happening. These receptors, they bond with something called cannabidiol, or CBD for short. And that is naturally produced in your body, and it's also found in nature. They tell your cells to kind of chill out and fix themselves. And this all kind of makes sense, right? We all know that our bodies are made to heal themselves, right? Like when you cut yourself, your skin heals itself. When you get sick, you usually bounce right back. Your hair and your nails are constantly growing. Your body is a regenerating machine. So back to CBD and the body. Doctors say they connect the information that your body processes. Most cells regenerate forward. Cannabidiols in your body generate a bit backwards. While most cells are moving forward and new cells being created, CBD actually activates your cannabinoid receptors so that your cells are in a constant state of homeostasis. And homeostasis means to create an equilibrium. Basically, it's when your body creates balance in any situation or stimulus that would tend to disturb its normal condition or function. Cannabinoid research is a field rapidly expanding for therapeutic uses. Again, I can't get into details of the therapeutic uses, but you can do your own research. So where are CBDs found, and what is the most common source of CBDs? Well, you ready for this? I know you've probably heard this before. It's cannabis or hemp or marijuana. It's all the same thing, right? Or not all the same thing, there's different kinds of plants. So before we get into more detail, I don't want you to think that I'm pushing drugs on you. That's not what it's about. Hold on. Hemp and marijuana are two different varieties of cannabis sativa. It's a flowering herb indigenous to many parts of the world. Marijuana is usually cultivated for high levels of THC, which is concentrated mostly in the flowers and trichomes of the plant. Industrial hemp, on the other hand, is cultivated for its fiber and has undetectable levels of THC and can have comparatively higher levels of CBD in the plants. Hemp has been grown and cultivated worldwide for thousands of years for industrial and medical purposes, making useful items like rope, clothing, sails, paper, and thousands of other products. Most hemp plants are considered cannabis sativa L, which don't make you high or they don't have the psychoactive properties. Wikipedia says that CBD is one of at least 60 active cannabinoids identified in cannabis. CBD is derived from industrial hemp and is legal in all 50 states. You can buy it at your grocery store, but not in concentrate. You can buy the oil. In this context, much attention has been focused on CBD that constitutes up to 40% of cannabis extract and represents one of the most promising candidates for clinical utilization due to its remarkable lack of cognitive and psychoactive actions. I must repeat this, CBD does not get you high like THC does. You will find hundreds of videos online where children are taking CBD and even infants, and that's just amazing. Anecdotal evidence has suggested many potential beneficial roles of CBD. So we're just kind of scratching the surface, you know? So what does this have to do with you? Well, like I said, I can't really mention exactly what it can do for you. I have to be very careful of what I can and I can't say here. You see, I'm working with an extraordinary team here, and they've spent over $100 million into the research of this. Yes, $100 million. We're on the brink of discovering something so amazing that it can and will change the way we look at medicine and our bodies. What's been happening with CBD and their use has been absolutely amazing. This is cutting-edge technology that is just starting to cause quite a stir in the USA. Or is it? Is this really an ancient technology being rediscovered, or was it ever lost at any point? Well, let me address that in just a second. Times are changing quickly surrounding cannabis. As I speak to you today, 22 states have legalized medical marijuana and research, yet CBD, if derived from industrial hemp, is legal in all 50 states. 54% of the US now favors medical marijuana, which is an astounding fact. You know, we're starting to just discover what this really is. In fact, many of you probably already saw the recent documentary special on CNN that they did on medical marijuana, along with many, many prominent doctors. If not, you should check it out. Their studies have been profound. They show kids taking cannabis that have epilepsy. Dr. Sanjay Gupta is a neurosurgeon and a cannabis activist, and apparently Obama was looking to appoint him as a Surgeon General. Well, he has released many multiple documents with CNN regarding medical benefits of marijuana. This includes a young girl who used to suffer from 300 seizures a week. She takes a CBD-rich extract twice a day now. You have to see her results. They are absolutely incredible. This is why legalization has been so frustrating for so many people. You must do your own research. When I learned about this, I went off and researched it myself. It's been on my radar for quite some time. In fact, almost 15 to 20 years since I've been researching ancient medicine. In fact, I knew that hemp has been being used for thousands of years. Yes, thousands of years. It is only recently that it has become frowned upon by modern society. And there are incredible benefits that are being kept from the masses. Industrial hemp was one of the largest agricultural crops. Up until the 19th century, it was the most traded commodity. We have been wrongly misinformed, being told that hemp products are bad. And this is because, of legal and health aspects of it. It is crucial to show how hemp has been utilized through history. Ancient history deserves recognition. Hemp has been used for, so long. And so now we're starting to figure out the medicinal benefits that were mentioned thousands of years ago. Its uses across ancient times were plentiful and almost endless. You see, hemp contains all 8 essential amino acids, and these are crucial for your overall health, both for your body and your mind. It provides essential fatty acids, omega-3s, omega-6s, and omega-9s. Hemp plants have the highest concentration in the world. You see, essential fatty acids need to be created and they need to be consumed within the body. They need to be used. There are great alternatives for those individuals who cannot consume fish, which is the first ingredient people associate with omega fatty acids. America is highly deficient of omega fatty acids, and this is linked to a number of health concerns. No other oil is as balanced as hemp oil regarding these fats and the things that your body needs. Studies have shown that cannabinoids have antioxidant properties, protecting the leaves and flowers from ultraviolet radiation. Because of this, cannabinoids neutralize free radicals, protecting the plant's cells. Imagine what this can do for your body. Archaeological evidence of hemp is astounding. It is believed that hemp was used around 10,000 BC. Rope imprints have been found on broken Chinese pottery. Hemp clothing has been found in Chinese burial chambers from the Chow dynasty in 1100 BC or so. There have also been tons and tons of written documents about hemp. Ancient Mesopotamia used hemp for fabric as far back as 8000 BC, and this area is now currently Turkey and Iran and Iraq. In 1700 BC, the ancient Egyptians recommended a mixture of hemp, juice, and some other things, and they used it for an eye wash. Cannabis was cultivated for over 4,000 years. Wars were fought over it. It was used for paper. It was used for textiles. It was used for foods. It was used for medicine. There's very little mention of its psychoactive properties in ancient texts. The first use of it in medicine goes back to ancient India and the ancient healthcare systems of Ayurveda. Ayurveda uses a holistic approach which benefits the human body. Ayurveda is a traditional Indian medicinal system with the 5,000-year-old history, written history, and the oral history goes back even further. It focuses on balance and healing the body by more natural means. The core focus is on diet, lifestyle, herbs, oil treatments, and yoga. It's all about restoring your natural balance. It is a widely respected and trusted practice of medicine. Cannabis is still widely being used in India because they believe in its medicinal properties. Marijuana played a large role in rituals in India as well. India's medical system of marijuana realistically began thousands of years ago, like I mentioned. This is a little bit debatable considering that, Hindus mentioned that this goes back even longer, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 BC, when Indra first taught medicinal practices to humans. They referred to marijuana as a reliever of anxiety. It is known as one of the 5 kingdoms of herbs, which releases its users from anxiety. Besides anxiety, hemp is documented in the Charaka Samhita, an ancient text, as a cure for fever, aids in discomfort of sunstroke, clears chest phlegm, it aids in digestion, it increases appetite, it freshens your intellect, it brings alertness to the mind and body. The Roman Empire was the last and greatest colossus of the ancient world, right? No fewer than 100 million people lived within its borders. About 2,000 years ago, a Roman physician wrote a book about the native plants and what benefits they yielded. It was around 70 AD. This book was a great success and was translated across all of the ancient and medieval worlds. It remained an important part of any physician's collection for 15 centuries. Cannabis was documented, displaying a home remedy for earaches. This was the first time cannabis was described in Western medicinal texts. Historical Ayurvedic medicine regarding hemp, or vijaya, or bhanga, which is the most common. During the 20th century, the Indian Drug Commission was summoned to investigate the cannabis use. They concluded that the hemp plant was an integral part of the culture, and they decided that if they were to take hemp away, it would cause unhappiness, resentment, and potential suffering. From India, marijuana use moves through Persia. They named the cannabis seed the royal grain. Islam then had a strong influence on Africa. With that being said, marijuana is so ingrained in these ancient cultures that it clearly predates, all of what we can possibly imagine. It is believed that the natives from even North America carried cannabis seeds from Ethiopia. Cannabis then spread to other African natives. Once the natives learned the technique of smoking, a new skill was born. Pipe making came into play, and the demand for pipes rose, and smoking became a communal event. Various tribes smoked marijuana, and according to the Riamba cult, marijuana is God. It is the protector against physical and spiritual harm. From 1631 to 1800, hemp was legal tender in most of America, and you would not even expect that, right? You could actually pay your taxes with hemp. And in some areas of America, you could be jailed for not growing cannabis. For example, in Virginia, in 1763, from 1850 to 1915, marijuana was widely used throughout the United States as a medicinal drug. You can purchase marijuana in any pharmacy or general store. In 1919, the manufacturing, sale, and transportation of alcohol was banned. Marijuana became an alternative. In 1933, alcohol prohibition ended, and 4 years later, marijuana prohibition was in full effect. Cannabis is one of the 50 fundamental herbs in traditional Chinese medicine. In your research, when you do your research on ancient Chinese medicine, you will see that it has been recommended for gout, rheumatism, absent-mindedness, and much more. In ancient India, doctors used cannabis for not just what I mentioned before, but insomnia, gastrointestinal pain, and all kinds of things from pain-related stuff to childbirth. It's really, really wild. In ancient Greek texts, it was mentioned that dried cannabis leaves could be used for nosebleeds. Prescription medication, for instance, has hit modern society hard, not only in terms of addiction, but it creates thousands of deaths a year. In fact, in America, it's found in our water, which is crazy. With marijuana's rich history, we know that there's no evidence of marijuana causing death. It has been made out to be a terrible substance, while prescription medications killed an approximate 22,000 people throughout the United States in 2010. So if marijuana was banned for having no medical use, then how are these opiates and benzodiazepines and all these weird names being prescribed so easily? So here I am. I'm here with you, sharing this information. We have seen hemp being used by the ancients, and now we're seeing its benefits and why it's being proven with modern day science and how important it is. And I know I need to share it with everyone I know, and I need to encourage you to share it with everyone you know. It's this technology, the CBD technology that's being developed right now, that is revolutionary. And we're embarking on a big journey here. We're embarking on something so revolutionary that it can impact billions of lives. Yes, I said it, billions of lives. We're just scratching the surface here. I encourage you to bookmark this page. Do your research on CBDs. Do your research on the endocannabinoid system. Go and check it out. Then come back here. And if you're interested in trying this or giving it to a loved one, I've secured a 35% discount with one of the largest companies in this space. They are the most trusted, credible name in the industry. They have the highest quality oil and production. They have a lab right here in San Diego where I live, and I've seen the lab results myself, and they're incredible. I'm also working with one of the best teams on the planet, and you won't find this kind of discount anywhere. I truly believe in giving back as much as I can, and I had to fight tooth and nail to make this affordable for everyone because it really isn't. Like I mentioned before, I can't talk too much about it, so go and do your own research. Check out what's out there about CBDs and everything that I've been talking about in this video. You can even go as far as to see how they help cells and how they can destroy certain bad cells. And again, things I can't talk about, but proven to be working. Please, please, please share this video with your friends. Please spread the word about this. Please do your research on this, and please order and try it out if you think that this can help you or loved ones. If you're interested in learning more about this topic, enter your name and email address below, and you'll secure a 35% discount coupon. Again, something I reserved just for you. Remember, it doesn't matter which state you live in. This product comes from FedEx directly to your door. It's no different than buying hemp oil at the grocery store. It's just a concentrated formula for you or your loved ones. I really wish I could be more informative in this video, but legalities are preventing anyone, not just me, from making claims. Please do your own research, and thank you for your time today, and stay tuned for a follow-up. Enter your name and email address in the box below, grab your coupon, and share this with friends. Thank you.